Shalom. This is our Kyle from GMS Germany with a new lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor and thanks unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Akim, and also the elect out there pushing us to truth and diligence and sincerity across the four winds. To you all I say Shalom. It's gonna be a quick lesson to the Spring of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Ratazah because I did this lesson yesterday, but Satan deleted it. I was really going into it, But hey, we have to just push harder and keep on pushing it, man. We shouldn't stop, man. So this lesson gonna be about basically the female camps, detention camps, quarantine camps, however you want to call it, coming up here in Germany and coming more and more into effect around the world, man. Because you have to understand, in New Zealand, a few months back, was talking about the quarantine camps. If you don't want to get tested, you're going to be put in there. And now if you basically violate quarantine, they should go into, you first get a warning, then you get a fine, and then you're going to go into. So basically 3 strikes, okay? So this is the thing. So again, because sometimes I speak too fast, so I say it again. So basically, in New Zealand, it was like, if you refuse to test, you're going to be put into a quarantine camp for 2 weeks. And then they ask you to get the test again. If you refuse again, you have to stay another 2 weeks. So basically, stay there until you take the test. And now here in Germany, they want to do it like I said. They first give you a warning, then they're going to give you a fine if you break the quarantine, and then if you the third time break basic quarantine and you refusing to obey, you're going to be put into these quarantine camps. And you have to understand, they have female camps, basic concentration camps, or aka basic concentration camps all over Germany. Why? Because of the Amalekites. It's all set up already, man. All these concentration camps are everywhere here in Germany and outside the villages, and they can just transform them and use them again. And that's it. So let's quickly go into the article and hit a few precepts on. Saxony, a migrant center to be turned to COVID-19, so like a C-19 jail for repeat quarantine violators media, see? So basically, like I said, if you basically violate the quarantine, you're going to be put into these jails, man. If you break the quarantine, you're going to be put in the female camps. And that's the thing, a building that used to host people seeking asylum in Germany is being converted into a corona jail. A detention facility, and like it says in detention, let's real quick look up detention, man. Look at the lesson yesterday. Detention means to hold back, man. Okay? So give me a second. Detention, act of keeping back, okay? Or withholding. From Old French detention, and directly from Latin detentionum, so my Latin is not, I don't can speak Latin, man. So it says noun of action from past particular participle, so stem from Latin detenere, hold back, keep off, see? So basically holding back, putting you into something, man. Chaining you up, basically, man. Restrain, see? Let's quickly go to the verb detain, keep back or withhold. Hold off, keep back. Hold off, keep back. Run from away. D is to hold and tend to stretch. So basically, hold stretching. See? Detain. Because this is what I wanted to basically get. D means from away, and to hold, let's quickly go there, to stretch. A sting thing. Okay? So basically, they want to hold you back. That's the thing, man. Basically, hold you away. And while they're stretching the time, basically. If you understand what I'm saying. So they're going to hold you back, away, and then stretching it. But going back to the article, this is what they're doing with the detention centers, man. Also concentration camps, like it says in Revelation 2 and 10, but we're going to get it in a minute. So keep on reading. to keep on reading, detention facility for people who repeatedly violate quarantine. The German tabloid picture, which is a German Bild, reported. And when you go into tabloid, basically, let's real quick look that up also. To this show real quick, because it says here, when you go down, first says small tablet of medicine. Yeah, because, hey, it is true. Why? Because tabloid, right? A tabloid. Because these media are tabloids in the spiritual form. Why? Because they give you false medicine, pharmakia, witchcraft. That's what they're giving you. Because they basically want to deceive you to follow them and deceive you to believe what they put out there, man. See? Because right now they put it on Bild. But Bild is always like a over exaggerating newspaper on a news station. So they're gonna put it over there that people will be like, that's not true, you know? But hey, they're gonna have soon a rude awakening, man. But to keep on going, it says here, hence tabloid journalism, so like a newspaper that typified it, so-called for having short. See, that's the thing. So basically, it's talking about a smaller newspaper, man. But let's go real quick to tabloid, right here in German. To look it up real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, basically, klein format. So basically, small format. So small news station. See, tabloid bloke. It means basically newspaper type, you know. And that's the thing. So to keep on going back to the article. The facility is located in the northern part of Dresden, Saxony, and was built in 2017 at the cost of 30 million euros to host people waiting for the petition, so for the basically question or for the request for asylum in Germany to be proceed. Now the state authorities are converting it into a detention center meant for repeat quarantine violators, according to the newspaper. A person that isolating voluntarily, which you have to do, for example, when you come back from different countries, so on and so forth, when ordered to will be given a warning, then if let me read it again. A person that isolating voluntarily, when ordered to will be given a warning, then a fine, and if that doesn't work, a court may take their freedom. Officials explained, and you have to understand that these are draconian laws. Why should they, first off, to isolate you in your home, to say you're not allowed to go out for 2 weeks or even longer, because after 2 weeks you make a test. If it's positive, you're gonna stay another 2 weeks, so, or 10 days or whatever. So this showing you also draconian laws, because they're shutting you up, man. You're not allowed to travel more, you know. They have a press conference today. They're talking about want to talk about basically doing it in France, you know, that you basically are only allowed to go out 12 hours from 6 to 6. They're talking about these things, man. I was yesterday talking to a guy that came to my job, but from a outside company, man, and he said this economy is done. He said, hey, our products, they are ordered for this. We just select it. Let me just catch my thoughts again. He basically said that the products, the orders from December that they had are still worked off right now. You understand that? Normally you do them in the last year, but now in the so-called last year, and then now they're doing the so-called New Year, man. Then he says the orders that we have today, they may come first in March and April, or won't come. Why? Because they are produced in India. In India, they just go to the companies and say, hey, shut the shit down. They have to shut the shit down. The same thing in China. And then, if you're lucky, and it goes through to basically, what is it called again? Forgot the German and English were both of them, man. So like, yeah, give me a second. I forgot the word, but basically, not the package, but the metal things, man, where they put all the stuff in there. Forgot the word. If the oh yeah, that's gonna come back later to me, man. But if they got it, they're gonna put it on top and it's just gonna fall into the ocean, man. So all the delivery that they should get is gone, showing you in which situation the people are, man. People losing their jobs. This economy is done, man. This economy is done. He said, like, a friend of him basically has has a shop for basically clothing and things, and he said, I could just cry because I'm so sorrowful, man. And showing you, let me get this picture real quick, because showing you that we in the beginning of sorrows, man. But these people don't want to see it. The people don't want to understand it, man. But it's Matthew chapter 24 and verse 8, straight to the point. All these are the beginning of sorrows. See? Only the beginning. This is just the beginning. People losing their jobs. People basically losing everything. But soon it's going to be life and death. Soon it's going to be the neighbor against the neighbor. Soon it's going to be done, man. But let me go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And when you go into the word house, let's do that real quick. Let me look up real quick, house. Well, let me just real quick go into the word house in this supposed New Testament. Because I'm going to look it up real quick in the Greek. Yeah, let me go real quick into the word house. See? Okay, here. Oikia. Okay? Oikia. Let me just listen to it real quick.
Strong's G 3614. Oikia. Oikia.
Okay, oikia, what does it mean? House, inhabitant, advice. Okay? A dwelling. The inmates of a house. The family. Property, wealth, goods. So the house represents wealth. Goods. Property. Okay? Let's go real quick to the root word. What does it mean? Oikios.
Strong's G 3624. Oikos. Oikos.
Okay. And that's what you have to understand. So it's property. Because when you go back to the Ecclesiastes 12 and 3, in the day when the keepers of the house should tremble. What does tremble mean? Fear. So they're going to be in fear. Why? The keepers of the house, basically keepers of this economy. Okay, why? Because the house represents this wealth. And what does wealth nowadays represent? How these people get money through the economy. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. See, the grinders cease because they are few. Basically, people losing their jobs left and right. It's all prophecy. And those that look out of the window be darkened. So they look out, normally the lights shining to them. Nah, they're dark, man, because they have no hope. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. See? And this is what we have right now. The grinding is low. These doors in the streets are shut. The sound of the grinding is low. There are no workers anymore, man. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And this happening too. All these rappers, all these so-called musicians, which are no musicians, man, bringing demonic vibrations upon you. Hey, they are done. All the concerts are canceled. Everything is canceled, man. See? And that's the spirit power of Yahweh Shemiah Oshai. You see, this world, this economy is falling, man. Babylon, this empire is falling, man. I'm telling you. But just to make a quick point, because I was thinking yesterday, but I wanted to bring it out in a lesson. And now it's the chance to do it, because you see, everything is working together. Why? Because they're going to put a narrative out there like, hey, these people, they basically break the quarantines, go against these measures, are basically outcasts and hindering us to go back to establish our economy, to get strong again, so on and so forth. So what they're doing is pushing the people against each other, pushing for riots, for uprising. What we had a big one in the Netherlands also, in Amsterdam, was fighting against these C-19 measures, man. So you're seeing all our chaos around the world. And honestly, we should be focused, man. And this really goes first and foremost onto me, because you get all kinds of distractions in this world, but you should be focused on the prize, man. You should put in the work now and reap later, man. Like a brother beautifully said in the lesson. He said we should sow now and reap later. And that's true. We sound right now, how us the seeds of righteousness and gonna eat the fruits of righteousness when we come to the kingdom, Yahweh. So you have to understand the big picture basically. The economy is low, and then the people are in despair, the people are fed up, the people are down, and then they say like, hey, if you're gonna do this and this and this, you're gonna take the vaccine, you're gonna take the chip, hey, you're gonna put everything to normal again. These people are gonna take them in a heartbeat. And also they're gonna they go against all these things into what? Into basically prisons. Why? Because you go against everybody. You go against basically the new world order, man, that they want to establish. Showing you that we have to stay strong. And Esau's coming down with his great wrath, man. But to keep on reading, a person not isolating voluntarily when ordered. We read it already. So look here. Officially explained, adding that the measure is meant to protect the third party from the unruly behavior, of the person being accommodated. So basically, the third party is basically the outstanding party, man. The people that are just surrounded because you, for example, got the virus, then you go out and infect other people. The people that you infect are the third party. And that's the thing. They put it under this narrative to protect and serve, but it's not like that. The site has a fence with barbed wire on top, judging by the photo published by the Bild, and it is said to have police guards. Okay, and the Bild, of course, see, that's why I say over exaggerating, because it says secret building project. Saxony is planning jail for quarantine breakers, basically, or basically refusers. Okay. In April, the Saxony government earmarked 22 rooms in 4 mental hospitals and psychiatries, man. See, they want to put you into a mental hospital if you don't want to keep their laws, man. Showing you they're coming down with the draconian laws, man. They just take your freedom because you don't want to listen to them. Hey, that's harsh medicines, man. And soon gonna be you don't want to listen, you're gonna die. Because it says in Revelation, let me get there real quick. In Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, straight to the point. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the beast, image of the beast, who see Esau. Esau has power to give life. So like here, unto the image of the beast, unto this beast system, this way of living. That the image should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And this is what we're coming in right now. Right now, they just, locking you up, giving you fines, making that life hard for you. But then soon they're going to come with, hey, if you don't want to worship us, if you don't want to follow us, we're going to kill your ass. And that's the thing. Okay? So it says to keep, let me read it again. In earmarked 22 rooms at 4 mental hospitals to keep quarantine breakers in custody, but backtracked after public uproar. So basically, people was going against him. So hey, this is nonsense, man. Fighting against the government, basically, showing you which time we're in. This if you have multiple revolts in the country, the basically people fighting against the country, the government. Do you see this government? This kingdom gonna fall soon, man. If they're gonna set it up or not, like in America. This kingdom is about to fall, man, because Yahweh Shemel said when he's about to fill his belly, basically going to be put down, man. Rough paraphrasing. The idea of imprisoning people at the psychiatry ward appeared Soviets could too many. Says to like in the Soviet Union time. Okay, some dissidents in the Eastern Bloc were infamously diagnosed as mentally ill and locked up. See, so basically it's like, hey, this is like the Soviet Union time, man. This is crazy. That's what they're saying. So Michael Kretschmer, basically, like it says, the president minister and the federal state dropped it even as his health minister complained that her plan was mischaracterized by bad faith critics. See, so she's saying like this wasn't my plan, but it was. Okay, Germany this week has surpassed 2 million C-19 infections and is recovering a rise in the death rate because they of course they make a big show too because they say like we have mass death, man. But it's not like that, man. It's not like that, you know? I never heard of a person that died in my surrounding, man. Straight up. But yeah, that's basically the article. You can read it for yourself. It's just on RT. But we're gonna go real quick to the precept that was speaking about the whole time, Revelation chapter 2, man, because hey, that's the time that we're coming into, man. We have to have this mentality, Revelation 2 and 10, and it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So fear none of those things which thou shalt go through. Jacob's trouble, trials, tribulation, time never seen before. Basically, the hunting of us, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, the uproar upon us. Let me get there real quick, man. Let me get this precept real quick. In 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and was it 70? I think, right here. Yep. And it says, 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and 70, and it says, well, let me start at 68, and it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And that's the thing. So the burning wrath of a great multitude is going to be kindled over us, man. And they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So they're going to take us, going to put us in these concentration camps. What is soon going to happen for refusing this government, refusing this way of living, for refusing the RFID Egypt, and want to feed us with the RFID Egypt. Basically going to take you because they know what you're thinking. They know what you're up to. Going to take you and want to force this chip upon you. You know, want to deceive and taking it with all manner of wickedness, man. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. Okay? Derision means mockery and in reproach and trodden underfoot. So anyone who basically consents unto them, basically goes unto and says, like, yeah, I'm going to do it because they're in fear, going to be mocked at and basically hated them, man. And trodden underfoot, looked at it with narrowly, with despise upon them. Verse 70, for there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection, a great uproar upon those that fear Yahweh. See, so they're going to hunt us down, man. They're going to put us into these camps. Going to put us into these female camps, man. This is what we're seeing right now. Why? Because we want to live after Yahweh Shai and don't want to follow Esau. And that's the thing, we don't want to follow wickedness, we want to follow righteousness. And so we are a threat to society. This is what they're going to portray, basically paint us. This is how they're showing us soon. You see more and more, we are a threat to society. Why? Because we refusing the maxim, we refusing this quarantine thing, you know. We're refusing the RFID Egypt ultimately. So everybody that does this is an enemy to society. Why? Because you go against the society, so you're an enemy. Because the mentality of the world is like our mentality. If not for us, you're against us. And that's the thing, Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. But we're going to show you you're our enemy. But Esau going to be like, yeah, now we cool. And then secretly you his enemy and he wanted to kill you. And that's the thing. But going back, Revelation 2 and 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So don't fear what I just read. The insurrection upon you, the hunting, so on and so forth. Behold, the devil, Esau Edom, the physical counterpart of Satan, shall cast some of you into prison. See? In these female camps, these concentration camps, detention centers, quarantine camps, however you want to call it, that you may be tried. See, that we're going to be tested. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Tribulation means basically suffering 10 days. Attendance completion means more or less, can be more than 10 days or less than 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. And when you go into the word faithful, it means loyal. So we have to be loyal unto Yahweh, unto death. We have to be ready to die for this truth. We have to be ready to give our life for this truth. It won't happen to everybody, but we have to be ready. And I will give thee the crown of life. See? I will give thee the crown of life, man. Now I always receive, man, how Yahweh shall crown us, Yahweh Ratazam, man. It makes me tear up, man. Makes me emotional. Give me goosebumps about my whole body, man. And you want to be worthy for them, man. So we have to endure the suffering. We have to endure this trials, tribulation that we go through. However hard it seems, because you have to understand, however it seems maybe, basically, what is it called? Unclimbable. That you can't climb this mountain that's in front of you. That you can't go under the top of this mountain. But through Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, He's going to lead you and going to lead you in the way, and you're going to be able to, man. Verse 11. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh. See? So if you overcome, If you endure, shall not be heard of the second death, so you won't be heard of the nuclear missiles and the laser beams. Why? Because you're going to be delivered. Because you was loyal unto death unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because the Lord put you in a life-death situation and you kept the faith. You kept the faith, and we have to keep this faith unto the end, man. No matter what. No matter what happens. Because right now we're in the time, and we have to keep the faith, man. You have to be strong soldiers for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And do hardness as a good soldier, man. Let me get this real quick. Second Timothy 2 and 3, and it says, "Thou therefore do hardness as a good soldier for Yahushua Mashiach, man." And the soldier has his duty and fulfills his duty, man. That's what we have to do. We have to do the hardness. We have to do. Let me go real quick to the word hardness in this precept. Okay. Because hey, this is not the light thing, man, to be put in prison. You know, but hey, like we should rejoice to go in prison and do basically suffer for Yahushua. Why? The suffering gonna turn into glory, man. But let's real quick. Hey. Let's go real quick into the do hardness, and it says to suffer evils, hardship, to be afflicted. So we should be ready to suffer evils and to be afflicted, man. To go through hard times. You know? Like it says also, perilous, yeah. I think, wasn't it in 3? Let me look it up real quick. Give me a second real quick. I knew 2 Timothy. See, I was right there, man. But I just wanted to get it quick before not searching. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. When you go into the word perilous, what we're gonna do real quick, you know, perilous. It means hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to be, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. Still gonna come to lawless, dangerous times. That's what we should mentally prepare ourselves for, you know. So going back to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10 real quick. And it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, see, the word of the patience of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, this truth, this word of him, I will also keep you from the hour of temptation, which is the hour when they're going to try to test you with the RFID Egypt, which shall come upon all the world. See, all in the world going to be tried. To try them that dwell upon the earth. See? And that's the thing, so we're going to be tried in every which way, man. And that's the thing, we're going to be tried in every which way we can think of. And first and foremost, it's talking about the hour of temptation, man, which is the hour when they're going to, the situation when they're going to try you with the RFID Egypt, which is the mark of the beast. We have to be basically, we're going to be kept if we're going to keep the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua right now. See? If we sow right now, we're going to reap at the end. If we sow right now in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's field and do his work, you're going to protect us at the end. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. So Yahushua comes quick, man. We should never forget that Yahushua comes quick. And the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahusha should be upon us, man. More than anything else. Because the fear brings faith. Because you know the Lord is so powerful that you fear him, so you have faith in him. Hold that fast which thou hast. See? Hold that fast which thou hast, which is the truth. That no man take their crown. That no person takes your goddamn crown, man. Straight up. That no person takes your crown that is laid up for you by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So stay faithful, man, and see which time we in. Female camps are coming. Revelation 2 and 10 is coming full effect, man, soon. But stay strong, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. This was everything I got. Yahweh Ratazah. Do the spirit, power, amazing grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rekakadash. What's the lesson edifying for the elect? I want to give again. Kol aliyam, hawat wakabat, what the water. Labnawa Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rekakadash. Prakte Yahweh, Prakte Oshai, Prakte Yahweh, Prakte Oshai, Prakte Yahweh. Prakte Oshai, Hashem Rekakadash. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rekakadash. Prakatam, Wahablatam, Shalom. To the elect. Yarasta to next time. Shalom. Wa Brakatam, Wa Baba, man. Shalom.